Come here. Hello? How are you doing?
All right.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm
Do you need any medical attention?
No.
Okay, do you have your ID on you, sir? I'll be with you in a second, okay? Is that your vehicle, the blue
Yeah.
Infinity? Do you have your weapon on you?
No.
This is your CCW, okay? Oh,
Yeah.
driver's license right there. Okay, got this. Thank you. Oh, don't.
Sorry.
You okay? Here.
I'm,
Oh, don't fall. I'm gonna sit you in my vehicle so you don't fall, okay?
Yeah. Sorry, this is a lot.
I hear you. Hold on. I'm just gonna check you for any weapons, okay?
I don't have any weapons.
Turn. This way. Okay, I'm gonna sit you in my vehicle with AC, okay? You're not in handcuffs or
I
anything.
don't have any.
Okay. Right here, though.
Yes, sir.
An officer's gonna come talk to you about it. I'm just standing by because there was an accident. So I'm just waiting for them, okay? The reason I saw you here is because I didn't want you to fall. Okay? You okay? You need medics? Okay. Pardon?
Can I get a lawyer?
Okay. I hear you. I'm not asking you any questions or anything, okay? Once the officer comes to talk
I
to you...
don't know what's going on.
Okay. They'll explain everything. Like I said, I'm just standing by until the officer gets here.
Thank
and
you.
then he'll explain everything, okay?
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, where did this guy get struck?
Up here. That's where he's up at. As of right now, I don't have anybody who saw the accident. I have a witness who said that he saw the body.
So
but
that's the driver of the car?
no, the driver of the
Or,
car.
well, that's the car that hit him, or no?
That's just a witness.
That's the witness. So the driver, I'm guessing, is the one that's all the way
I
up by
thought
the
the
fence.
flashlights. Yep.
Okay. So this is a witness. This guy got hit. Somewhere actually back here.
He can't confirm or deny if the bike was traveling east or west. So like if he got clipped but he just saw the body
But
flying.
he's
in the air.
saying it was about here, give or take, anyway.
Yep.
All right.
Alrighty, sir. Thank you so much for hanging around. You're Gerard?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have my THI unit coming out. I'm gonna ask you what happened. I'm gonna give him a call and then I'm gonna see if I can release you because I have your information. Okay?
That means,
If he does good.
yeah.
So
Who's coming?
it's basically traffic homicide investigator. It's coming out. So I'll just give him a call. I'll find out from you what happened. Be able to tell him what's going on, and then we'll probably be able to release you. Okay? Can you tell me what happened?
Just driving behind a BMW, and the car in front of him was a black car. I don't know what vehicle it was. I saw debris fly up. I didn't know what it was. And the car behind him swerved, and I look over and I seen him. He flew through the air. I didn't know it was a body until I thought it was just debris. I look over, he was face down. I pulled over immediately, ran over to him, and called EMS. That was it.
Okay. Thank you for
And
that.
then a couple people stopped after the fact that were behind me, and they helped administer CPR on him, but he never pulled.
Did you see the bicyclist driving? Was it a male? I take it a male.
Yes.
Okay. Did you see him driving? I mean, he was
No,
driving.
I didn't see a bicycle. I didn't see a bicycle.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like
All you saw
all
was-
I saw was the debris. That's what
Okay.
it looked like to me. I didn't know it was a bicycle.
Car debris or road?
No, all his bikes, his stuff.
All that? You started seeing all that? Okay.
That got hit by the car. I didn't know what it was until I saw the body, and I realized it was somebody on the bike.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Let me give a call because, like you said, you didn't actually see the accident, but you did see some of the debris going on around
Oh, I
there.
saw the accident.
What car was that hit it?
Huh?
What color car was it that?
Black.
Was that BMW that you was talking about, or the
No,
black?
the BMW was behind the one that hit it. It was a black SUV.
Okay. Which lane were you guys in? Like this lane right here? Okay.
I didn't see him.
The bicyclist.
Until
Right.
it happened.
And then you
He
saw
was
him
right.
flying in the air, kind of over to this side?
Right.
Of the world? Okay. All right.
Like I saw it get hit, but I didn't know it was somebody, a person, until I saw him on the ground.
Was he
I
moving
looked-
around or he
I
just kind of
looked-
laid still?
No, it was totally out.
Okay. So you don't know if he was traveling eastbound or if he was traveling west? The bicyclist was traveling eastbound?
I believe so.
So he was coming towards traffic?
I believe so. But I don't know.
Like you said, you saw him.
I couldn't tell you which way he was traveling.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Like I said, let me make my call and then I'll see if I can release you.
At this point, I'm going to take a sworn tape statement from you. So what I'm going to do is I will have you raise your right hand and swear that what you're going to tell me is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, it is.
Okay. You were coerced in any way? No. Okay. And we currently are in the front seat of my patrol vehicle, which is about a quarter mile east of State Road 7 on Okeechobee Boulevard. All right, Mr. King, you were driving your vehicle on Okeechobee,
Heading westbound.
heading westbound. Where were you coming from?
Coming from left.
Okay. What lane were you in? Do you remember?
I was not in the far right. I was in the lane just to the left of the far right lane.
Okay. When you were traveling on Okeechobee, what did you see?
I saw the blue SUV. There was a few cars ahead of me. I also saw what I thought was a bicycler, and this blue SUV swerved and hit him.
Where was the bicyclist?
He was, from what I remember, he was in this bike lane.
So the bike lane, if you're heading westbound on Okeechobee, which you were,
Yeah.
there's the middle of the road, and then the bicycle lane would be outside of the outside lane, correct? Closest to the grassy edge of the road.
Correct.
Okay. And the cyclist was riding in that bicycle lane?
In that lane.
Okay. So the blue SUV struck the cyclist, which you witnessed him strike the cyclist?
Yes, I did.
Did you see what he was doing before? Did you notice anything that he maybe was doing while he was driving that seemed odd or out of place?
I thought it was kind of odd that he swerved towards the bike lane.
So was he swerving before you saw him swerving to the bike lane?
I don't recall. I don't know if I was paying attention at that point.
Where was that vehicle? Where was the blue SUV at?
He was in the right lane.
The one closest to the grass, I mean, in the bike lane?
Next to the bike lane.
Okay. So he swerves basically right,
To the right.
okay, into bike lane.
Yeah.
Then he struck the cyclist, which you observed.
Yes.
What did he do after he made impact with the cyclist?
He kept going.
Okay. Did he stop at all? Do anything?
No.
Look back? Turn around? No?
Not to my. I couldn't really see his face at that point, but I remember saying to myself, why isn't he stopping? Why?
Okay. Okay. And what did you do when he wasn't stopping?
I think instantly after it happened, I was looking to see what happened to the bicyclist. I don't know where he went.
Okay.
After that, again, I'm saying to myself, why isn't this guy stopping? He's not stopping. At that point, I grabbed my phone. I was panicking. I'm trying to get 911 on the
Okay.
line.
Okay.
I called him, just let him know I just witnessed a hit and run.
Okay.
And at that point, I mean, it wasn't like he was speeding off away from me or anything. He just kept going. So I started to pull up next to him as I had 911 on the phone, and I noticed this other guy here. He was actually behind him, and it looked like he was doing the same thing. He's, had his phone in his hand, and it looked like he was trying to give him tag information.
Okay.
At that point, I was side by side of this guy, again in the middle lane. I rolled down my window. I think I was honking my horn, and I was signaling to him,
To pull
pull
over?
over.
Okay.
And he actually pulled over.
Okay.
So-
After he pulled over, what did you do?
I pulled my car in over here by the McDonald's, and he actually got out of his car, started walking towards me, and he goes, "What did I do wrong? What did I do?" And I said, "You just hit somebody." And then we just kind of stood there. I still had 911 on the phone, and I was letting him know that, he pulled over. He's here. He's pulled over. Can you get somebody over here? At that point, we were kind of just standing on the side of the road, and I noticed he started to actually walk back to the car.
He was the only person that was in the vehicle?
I didn't see anybody else.
Was he behind? And he was behind in the driver's seat behind the wheel at the time of the crash.
Yes.
He was the only person in the vehicle when the vehicle stopped and you observed it.
I mean,
Nobody else got
He
out.
was the one driving. When I rolled down my window and told him to pull over, he was the one behind the wheel.
Okay, and what do you look like?
It looked like he had shorter hair.
White male, black male?
He was a white male.
Okay. Did he say anything to you other than why'd you try to stop me, or
yeah,
why'd
no.
you pull me over?
You know, he might have said that. I don't recall. I do know he did say, what did he said, what did I do, is what he said.
Okay, so you pulled into the McDonald's. He got out.
And he was kind of a little wobbly on his feet.
Okay. Wobbly how?
Just not walking straight.
Okay, like stumbling?
Yeah, I guess you could say that, yes.
Okay.
Just-
What did he do after he was outside of the vehicle?
He kind of stood. I told him, stand right here. You know, I had 911 on the call, and they were asking to kind of describe him, and they asked what, you know, his approximate age. And I actually just asked him, you know, what's your age? How old are you? And he actually told me 43, so I told that to the 911 operator. And he actually started to go back to his car, and I was like, hey, yeah, stay right here. And the 911 operator said, you know, hey, you know, if he gets in his car, just let him go. You know, he asked if he had weapons. I said no. I said, you know, he just looks to be intoxicated, and that's what I told her.
Okay.
To the best of my recollection.
Okay. So, at this point, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you raise your right hand. Right hand? Yep. At this point, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help God?
Yep.
Yes? Okay. You weren't coerced in any way to give any statement? No? It's not of your own free will?
Yep.
Okay, you put your hand down. Okay. Tell me where you were coming from.
Just left work. I did 2 hours overtime coming home.
Okay.
Take extension home.
You were westbound on Okeechobee?
Yes, sir.
You were driving a vehicle?
Yep, my F-150.
You were the only person that was in the vehicle?
Yep.
Okay. What did you see while you were driving and you're heading westbound?
First of all, I noticed he was going slower than traffic, but he was swerving back and forth.
Who was going slower than traffic?
The QX80,
The blue SUV?
Yes, sir.
Blue Infinity SUV?
and
Okay.
I realized that. I just assumed he was on his phone like everybody else.
Okay.
And I get in the other lane to get around him safely. I just tried to look over to see if he looked normal. I didn't notice anything.
Okay.
Until I saw him start swerving into my lane.
Okay. And where was your vehicle at?
I was in the middle lane almost, the one towards the...
Where was he at?
He was in the slow lane.
So the lane closest to like where the bicycle lane is
Yeah,
on
he
the
was
outside of the road?
Weaving back and forth.
In that
kinda.
lane? Okay.
Yeah, I thought he was just playing on his phone, like I said.
Okay.
And as soon as because I was maybe a car or two behind him, I got over, he swerved halfway into my lane.
Okay.
I thought playing on his phone. I just kind of beeped at him, and he straightened up. And after that, it was just a explosion of parts, and
Okay. What did you see what happened? What do you mean an explosion of parts?
it sounded like a tire explosion, like on a semi-truck.
Okay.
And all I saw was red chunks. Like, I don't know if it was the victim or...
What was it? What did he hit?
It was definitely the bike.
A person on a bicycle?
Yes.
Okay. Where was the person on the bicycle at?
He was on the bicycle lane.
In the bicycle lane? Mm-hmm. Okay. How fast do you think you were going?
55.
About 55?
We were stuck in traffic, so it wasn't going very fast.
Okay. So 55 is how fast you would figure that you were going? That's about how fast you figured he was going?
Yep.
Okay, so he swerved right into the bicycle lane,
And
struck the cyclist.
all of a sudden I see parts flying.
Okay.
It sounded like a tire explosion.
What happened after the Blue Infinity struck the cyclist?
He did not stop.
Okay. Didn't step on the brakes,
Nothing,
didn't pull
no
over.
regard. Like, that moment I realized he was on something, because that's not
Okay.
a normal human reaction to any accident or incident.
Okay.
And then I proceeded to lay on the horn, be like, hey, I was like, I thought his tire blew up at first, because I saw just chunks.
Right.
And then I saw the damage on the car and the bike laying off to the side on the rear view.
Okay. So what did you then do?
I followed him, proceeding to lay on the horn. The guy in the silver aqua green Camry.
The other gentleman?
Yes, the other gentleman. He was probably a lane away from me. He saw everything happen too, and he proceeded to get in front of him in case he tried to.
Okay. And what did the person in the Blue Infinity do when you were behind him and the other vehicle was in front of him?
He just stopped as soon as he came over here. It was really delayed though.
Did you stay in the vehicle, or did you get out and make contact with the driver? Did the driver get out of the vehicle?
The driver got out to...
The driver of the Infinity got out?
Yes.
What did he do after he got out of the
He
vehicle?
was just kind of looking over his vehicle.
Okay.
So, but I was on the phone with 911.
Okay.
And I was just trying to get plate numbers, just, I guess you could say, kind of get something in order to get somebody over here.
Okay. D1 was looking at the damage on his vehicle.
Yep. And
Did he say anything to you?
No, but when he hopped out, he stumbled.
Okay.
That's another...
So he stumbled like he was having a hard time walking? Did he do it once, or did he do it a bunch of times?
He did it a bunch of times, and then further, when I called the second time, the previous guy that also pulled in front of him, he was talking to him, and he told me to call again, because he started to get like hostile.
Okay.
He wanted to leave the.
Okay. All right. So he stumbled, and then you just stood by until police arrived?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he had any weapons in the vehicle, or because I know he was on something. I just didn't want to get myself in that.
Okay. Did you do anything else or say anything else to him?
No, I didn't talk to the victim or the guy that drove the car.
Okay. So you didn't talk to anybody. He pulled over. You got behind him. You watched him get out. You stayed on the phone with dispatch.
Yep, I just stayed on the phone.
Okay. Is there anything else that you think that I need to know that maybe perhaps I didn't ask you or that you didn't tell me in reference to this investigation?
No, I can say no.
Okay, perfect. At this time, I'm going to end this statement. The time is 8:07. Five? Yes. Okay. Run me through real quick what happened. Are you okay, first off? Do you need a water or anything?
I'm all right. I have a water.
Okay, you got a water?
We had a horrible accident. I don't really know what happened.
Okay.
It was,
You don't know what happened?
no.
Okay. You were driving? Okay, you were the only person that was driving?
I was the only person that was
Okay. Where were you heading to?
heading home.
Heading home? Where were you coming from?
I work.
Your work? What do you do for work?
I'm an arms dealer.
Like firearms?
Yeah.
Okay. No weapons on you or anything, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
In reference to work, where's work exactly at?
Congress Avenue.
Congress Avenue?
Delray Beach.
Okay. And you were going home then, you said? Okay. And you said there was an accident, but you don't know anything about the accident. You were the only person that was in the vehicle.
I was changing lanes from, right to left, and I don't know what happened.
Okay. So you stopped here. Why did you stop here?
I just.
Or how did you know that you had an accident?
I heard the crash and I stopped.
You stopped?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a big mess, man.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a lot of shock and I don't know.
Okay. Do you have any medical ailments or anything?
No.
No? Were you at the doctor's office today or the dentist for anything? No? Do you take any medication for anything?
I take a lot of medications
Are you
for different things.
taking any medication right now or on any medication right now?
I take medication daily,
Take-
but
Okay.
nothing.
What kind of medication?
Buspirone, I don't know, a few different things.
A lot of different things. Okay. Do
Yeah.
you drink socially?
Socially.
Socially.
Sure.
Have you had anything to drink today?
No.
No? Nothing? Okay. Did you take that medication today?
Yeah.
What time did you take that? But you don't remember what it was?
No, I don't know, man.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be difficult with you. I just,
Okay. Well, I understand. No, I noticed that
Yeah.
you're kind of nodding a little bit and you're slurring your words.
This is crazy.
Okay.
This is all, crazy.
I understand. There's probably a lot going on.
I'm freaking out.
Okay. All right. Yep. All right. So, Jason, so at this point, I've got you as the person that was operating the motor vehicle at the time of the crash. Okay? The crash actually occurred, how about what you say? Yeah, 3/4 of a mile, almost half a mile, 3/4 of a mile back down the road. And I have independent witnesses here that say that when the crash occurred, you made no attempt to stop, and you continued westbound on Okeechobee, like you didn't even know that you were involved in the crash. And the reason that you stopped here was because a gentleman laid on his horn behind you and another gentleman got in front of you, and this is why you stopped. Okay? And that was the only reason that you stopped. Okay? So, based on your driving pattern, based on your slurred speech, based on the fact that you don't recall the accident, you take medication, you don't know what kind of medication you've taken, at this point I'm going to ask you for a blood draw, okay? In order to determine if there's anything in your system which would make you an impaired driver, okay? So I'm asking, will you consent to that blood draw?
No.
You're not going to consent to that blood draw. Okay. So because you're not going to consent to that blood draw, what we're going to do is I need you to step out of the car. Okay. Nope. No? No. Okay. So, hang on for me real quick. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to walk over that medical rig. Okay? Now, I'm going to need your cooperation in this matter. Okay? At this point, based on Florida State statute, we are going to take your blood with or without your consent because you're involved in a crash that involved death. Okay? So, we're going to walk over to that medical rig and we're going to go do a blood draw. Take your hands out of your pockets for me.
Right.
Don't worry about the door.
Don't
We'll
worry
close
about the door.
the door. Don't worry about the door. We got
You
the
walk
door.
with me. You got kits?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Put your collector initial and then the date and the time on both of these. And then I can just seal this up and be done. And then I can just seal this up and be done.
Yeah.
Refrigerator, and now this goes to PBSO. And in 6 months, I'll get a result.
What's the deal with
6 months.
6 months, probably.
What's the deal with now you guys get a warrant, we have to draw again? I never heard of that part.
So I don't think we're going to draw again. I think I'm just going to get a warrant as like a double fuck you to this guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's facing 20 years to,
Yeah.
I mean, right now.
Right. Yeah.
So, and if it's DUI man, which it's going to come back,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like 25 to life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this guy's fucking done.
Yeah.
His entire life.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you in court.
I have to. All right, Jason. All right, so we're sitting in the front seat of Officer Latham's patrol vehicle. We are at Okeechobee, and about a quarter mile from State Road 7, at the McDonald's parking lot here. And this is in reference to an accident that occurred on Okeechobee, in which you were driving a blue Infiniti. At this point, before I ask you any questions, I'm going to read this to you, okay? So, I'm required to warn you before any statement that you have the following constitutional rights. Number 1, you have the right to remain silent and not answer any questions. Do you understand, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, okay. You have the right to the presence of a lawyer of your choice before you make any statement and during questioning. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, okay. If you cannot afford a lawyer, you're entitled to the presence of a court-appointed lawyer before you make any statement and during any questioning. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Any statement can and may be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Any statement you make must be freely and voluntarily given. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, okay. If at any time during the interview you do not wish to answer any question, you are privileged to remain silent. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. You can make no threats or promises to induce you of a statement. This must be of your own free will. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Now that you understand your Miranda rights, do you want to talk to me about what happened at the accident?
I'd like to have a lawyer present.
Okay. You want a lawyer before you answer
Yeah.
any questions?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. At that time, it's going to end my questioning.